Yo, Joe! Welcome back to the G.I. Joe Role-Playing Game Actual Play, featuring Order from D.I.S.O.R.D.E.R, the very first actual play of the brand new RPG from Renegade Games, the G.I. Joe Role-Playing Game. I'm your host and Game Master, Jason Charles Miller. Together with players Amanda McKnight as Diamond, Alicia Marie as Mugshot, Michelle Wynn Bradley as Vale, and Ryan Costello as Circles, we'll be taking you on a collaborative adventure through the world of G.I. Joe. This is episode 2. When we last left our Joes, they were in the middle of combat. Beach had put them there in the holographic physical actuator against 2 fully armed battle android troopers, and they lasted a lot longer than he thought they would. So long, in fact, that we had to end the episode and pick up where we left off in episode 1. This is great, though, because we're all learning the new Essence 20 system that is the foundation of G.I. Joe, the role-playing game, co-designed by Ryan Costello. So what I've got is we're at the top of round 3. We're at the top of initiative order. Bat 1 is on Circles. Diamond has dodged out of the way and is back about 20 feet. If I remember, correct me if I'm wrong. Bat 2 is damaged and is on Mugshot. Also, Vale's drone Bingo is right there with Bat 2, and Vale is about 15 feet back. So if that all seems right to you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right to me.
Circles, take it away.
All right. First round, I tried hitting this bat in the head with a bat. I'm going to try that again.
Okay.
So, rolling my might, which is upshifted because of my reckless abandon. And I'm just going to hit this thing as hard as I can. Oh, there we go. So 16 and 8. That's a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
I get to finally look up the effect of my attack.
Nice.
My bat does 1 blunt damage.
Okay. So now both bats are damaged. And that is, are you going to do any free action?
I have a move action, but I have nothing fun to do with it. And the one downside to the Renegade build that I took is that it's mostly options and not like things I can do with my actions. So I'm just going to sit here in my medium armor, which one of my perks got me, and wait for my next turn.
Okay. Mugshot, you're up.
You know what? I missed my turn because I took the 2 health.
Right, but that was that. Okay, so that's what you took. Okay, right. Then Diamond is up.
Okay, so Diamond is going to reach into her, I guess her pocket. I don't know, wherever I kept my macaroons. Maybe I have like a little side bag or something. She's going to eat a macaroon as a free action because I can do that.
Okay.
And it's been a rough fight for Diamond. She's feeling a little defeated. So a little sugar boost to help her. So she sneaks a little macaroon, and then she's going to listen to Vale's suggestion from the end of the last game when we were playing, and is going to take aim with her. I'm assuming probably like a pistol is good. Although we do have rifles, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Can I pull out a rifle?
We have, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pull out a rifle just because it feels cool. Yeah, it's standard issue.
Yeah.
And you can do
pull out
that
a
with a
rifle.
free action. You can change weapons with a free action, correct, Ryan?
That's correct. So one thing you have to keep in mind, Amanda, is that it's not a silent weapon, so you're not going to get your bonus for sneak attack because there's nothing quiet about a rifle.
Quiet.
Yeah, there's nothing quiet about a rifle, but
Not a standard rifle.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at targeting. Not as good as I am at stealthing, but it hasn't been going well for me for stealth, so I feel like we got to mix it up. So I'm going to pull up my rifle and take aim. And that is 3 free actions. So I still have 3 more of those if I want. And my standard action. Yes.
3 more macaroons if you wanted.
I know. We're going to see if this goes well. And then we'll see. Maybe I'll eat some more macarons.
A celebration one. Yeah.
Yes. So Diamond will take aim and fire with her rifle. So I believe that's rolling for targeting.
That's right.
Okay. So I get to roll a d20 and a d4. We're off to a mediocre start again. I got an 11.
Okay, that won't hit. But it does make Beachhead chuckle to himself, for sure. He's loving every minute of it anytime you guys miss.
Right. All right. Diamond's gonna eat 2 more macaroons. Sadly.
Oh.
You do.
Okay. So, the bat is right on you, Circles. So he is going to, this time, he's having fun with changing out his different powers and different arms and things. So this time he's going to try his clamping claw.
Yeah.
You know, you're right there. You might as well clamp on. Now this would be a reach maneuver, correct?
Reach. Oh, as in because we have to be adjacent to each other to attack? Yes.
But you guys are right on top of each other. So, oh boy. All right. I get a 24.
A 24 beats my toughness by a lot.
Okay. So you are now grappled, if I'm correct.
Oh, that's what you meant by it. Yes. You're using the integrated grappler. So yeah, so I am grappled. Let me pull up the grappled rules. That doesn't hurt me damage-wise, but that hurts my ability to contribute to this combat quite a bit. A grappled target. As a standard action, I can try and escape with athletics, might, or finesse. Against my grappler's toughness, I suffer a snag on all other skill tests. I grant an edge to all melee attacks targeting me. And my movement is reduced to 0. So yeah, basically I'm going to have to spend every turn trying to get out of this grapple.
Okay. From the robot. Good luck.
Thank you.
Vale, it is now your turn.
Okay. So quick question, Mugshot. How are you doing health-wise? You cool? Do you need healing?
Okay, so Mugshot has 2 health now. I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
better than 1, so yeah.
You're
so
basically
doing-
fine, I feel like. Vale thinks you're going to make it out of here alive, hopefully. So I'm going to ignore you for now. It's going to heal you, but I don't need to do that.
Out of this holographic fight.
Yep. Okay, I go ahead and command Smello Robot to do some things as my move action. That's going to be it passes. And then I'm going to make it do a little sword action on that number 2, and hopefully it hits this time because it's not been doing super great. I'm not gonna lie. And that's gonna be a 19 plus 3, the 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do great.
Awesome. And it is a sword. It's 1 sharp damage.
Okay.
So that was my move action, and then on my free action, I'm gonna aim because I realized that was a thing last episode. Very exciting. And then I'm gonna shoot with a gun because I have a gun. It's very, very simple but effective. No, it's not. That's a 7. Nothing happens.
After Bingo slashes at it, though, you're starting to see sparks, and it's looking like it's not so good. You feel like you've damaged it. It's taken a couple hits.
All right, go get him, Bingo.
Each head's looking nervous over there on the side. It's not how it's supposed to happen. But it is now that Bat's turn, and Mugshot is right in front of it, but so is Bingo. So it's actually going to try to use its drill hand against Bingo.
No.
Bingo.
Sorry. Can you tell me what?
17.
17? You know what? It actually misses. So it takes its drill hand and it tries to get it into Bingo, and Bingo just instinctually, maybe the programming that you put into it, made him zip out of the way at the last second and just sort of rotate over to the right. So Bingo is safe.
Is Bingo the most powerful character in this team? I'm getting a little concerned.
It could be at this point.
All right, cool.
But it's good Bingo's on the team.
Yay.
Saving us.
We're now at the top of the order. Circles, it's your turn.
All right, using Might to break out of this. I've still got my upshift from using Reckless Abandon, so D20 plus a D10 gives me a 20. Does that beat the bat's toughness?
It just beats the bat's toughness.
Oh, nice.
You were able to break out of the grapple.
All right. But it's the other bat that's sparking, right?
The other bat is sparking.
All right. I'm going to use my move action to go over there. Let's gang up on one, finish it off before we worry about like spreading our damage across two of them.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Right. Okay. So you're on that. All right. Mugshot.
right,
Circles has now joined you, you and Bingo to attack this other bat.
That too. All right, so I have a question. So I know we talked about last episode. We talked about opportunity attacks. That means if we basically try to disengage and run away, that's a whole thing, right?
Oh,
That's
no, it's
not
not.
in this system.
I'm sorry.
It's not in this system, so
Got
you
it.
can
Okay.
move if you want.
Okay, because what I want to do is, so we are at standard issue, we are given a frag grenade. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? So I mean, that's one of my things is that all sorts of weaponry, explosive, ballistic weapons like that. So she's gonna pull out of her, I guess, since we have our rucksacks on us, she's gonna pull like a golf size frag grenade out of her pocket. And like, because she's right in range, she wants to shove it in Bat 2's mouth and then scream, "Cover!" But I want to like somehow move out of the way. I don't know how strong these things are.
A grenade's got a 10-foot blast. So unless Jason says narratively shoving it into the bat means it'll contain the explosion, we'll all be caught in the explosion.
I mean, it's G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I would say
I don't think I'll be because I'm like 20 feet back. So
Oh, okay.
She's okay.
I'll be good.
But Bingo
Wait.
won't be.
Bingo.
No.
I mean,
I would
I'll
say-
say
I'll get-
17.
If you make a successful roll, you'll be able to put it inside the bat's mouth, and it will
Aw.
contain the explosion. But if you don't, it will explode in a 10-foot radius, getting you, Circles, and Bingo.
So I have like 1.5 seconds to figure out what to do. But sometimes the decisions have to be made. Let's roll.
It is a simulation. Okay.
I love it.
So I'm rolling for the normal, and then I'm rolling a D4. Wait,
Ooh.
Since I have proficiency in hard body armor because of my army origin, and that affects my toughness +3, I get a deflect trait. How
So
does that work?
we didn't actually requisition the armor. So when we have a chance to choose our own equipment, you'll be able to request hard body armor. But for now, I think we're just in our standard gear.
All right, so this is basically show off mode for them. So let's go.
I like it.
Come on. 19. Woo!
And tie goes to the attacker, correct?
That's right.
Okay, so with the 19, you just barely managed to get it into its mouth. And I'm not 100% sure if bats have mouths, but we'll say that in this simulation, they do. So you're able to shove the frag grenade, into the bat's mouth, and it explodes inside its head. Now, how many points of damage does a frag grenade do? I believe it does 2, correct?
No, it's 1 sharp damage.
Just 1. Okay.
Yeah.
This one explosive damage.
Yes. The head contained it. The bat has no head now, but it is still moving.
Yeah.
It's still moving. It's barely functioning, but it's literally the headless horseman.
So horrifying.
Yeah. So its head exploded, but you guys managed to dodge out of the way of all of that, and it still appears to be sentient and engaged in combat. We'll just say that.
For these things. All right, that's all I got, folks.
It was a pretty good move. Ballsy move. You see Lady J write something down on her clipboard for sure as she's observing all of this, and Beachhead's just stewing beyond belief. Diamond, it is your turn.
I want to know for the bats, Jason. So do they have like faces then,
They
Or
do. They look like Cobra troopers, but they look like Cobra android troopers.
do
But
they have like
they're
little
wearing
emotions,
masks.
or like what do they look like? Do they look angry or like happy or like?
They don't really have emotions.
But yeah, they're like black, silver, and yellow, and they've got like a silver faceplate and then like a black, almost like a Spartan helmet around them.
Okay, all right, I'm picturing it.
Yeah, and then
Just
they've
wanted
got
to know
like
if they
this
have like smiley faces.
window
or
into
something.
their gear. Not usually. I mean, it's reflective. So if you're smiling, they're smiling.
Oh,
Right.
that's
It's almost
nice.
you could even say it's Cobra Commander inspired.
You could
Like
say.
maybe
Okay,
he designed
got
them
Right,
on how they would
right.
look.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I mean, I think that being said, now that I know that is not going to change what I'm doing, but I was just curious visually. I'm going to drop prone. So Diamond's going to drop prone to give me, I believe that gives me, and I didn't take an upshift last time, but when you're taking aim, you're supposed to get an upshift. So I actually should have rolled with a D6, which I'm going to do this time, but I'm going to drop prone before that. Gravity does the work, so it doesn't take any of my movement. Drop to the floor so I can get like a better stance with my rifle. And I believe that also gives me another upshift because I'm using a firearm. Is that true?
Sorry, I was still looking for the bat. Bat. All right, let me pull up combat. Dropping prone.
Okay,
So I would say that also
let's see.
in retrospect,
Right.
rather than shove it in the bat's mouth, it's more
Maybe,
like
like, under the
Mugshot shoved it underneath the face mask.
There we go.
Shield,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got it.
So where are you
I do
seeing
like
Amanda?
the idea of them having faces drawn on them, though. I think that'd be funny.
You could definitely draw one on it when you're done, for sure.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
bet.
Amanda, where are you seeing that you get an upshift for lying prone with a firearm?
So I'm seeing that in, like I think it's a page 193. Am I in movement right now? Oh, I am. I am in movement. So it's page 193. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
And so
there it
it
is.
says, while prone, ranged attacks against you suffer a snag, and you're considered braced, giving a 1 upshift on firearm attack rolls. So I believe that brings me up to my D20, and then I would get a D8 to roll.
Right.
If I'm
Okay.
correct. I-
So bracing is a move action, but this is a free action. So yeah, your math is right. You got the rules right.
Yay!
Well
Look
done.
at this. I know rules. I did some reading. It's great. Cool. I'm gonna use my D8 then, and I'll roll this. Actually, wait. What did this roll last time? This was not good. I'm gonna switch dice.
And which one are you firing on?
I think I'm gonna fire on the one that was the one. Well, because there's 2, and everybody's teamed up on the one. So that's Mugshot, Bingo, and Circles are all working on the one, which I assumed was on the left. I think I'm just gonna stay on the right one, just because I don't want it to like go after everybody. So I'm just gonna try to keep it distracted and engaged.
Okay.
Although if it attacks me, I will be not in a good place. But we'll deal with that if it comes. When it comes, probably. Because I just rolled terribly again. Oh, can I use my 1 story point to re-roll my D20?
Oh, sorry, Amanda. I just noticed something. Bracing is only an upshift when you're attacking multiple targets with a ranged weapon. So that's specific weapons that have like a multiple attacks effect.
Oh, okay. So I have to be attacking with like I have to be attacking something where there's multiple enemies?
You have to be using a weapon that has a multiple attacks effect.
Oh, so
pull
like
up an
if I was
example of that.
using like a submachine gun, would that be something that would have a multiple effect?
I
Because it
believe
fires so
submachine gun
much?
does.
Yeah. Yeah, which I have a
Submachine gun.
specialty in submachines, but I don't have one with me, I'm assuming. I don't think that's a standard weapon.
No, it's not. And yeah, so that is exactly an example. You can fire up to 3 targets with a single attack. It's downshift 1. So then if you braced, it would negate the downshift 1 and you'd be back to your regular roll.
Right. Oh, cool. Okay, well then I won't lie prone. So if that's okay with you guys, I'm just going to roll a D6 instead. Which is sad because I got a really good roll on my D8.
Oh.
But I'll just do that. Cool. So I actually got it was the same. So that's nice. But I am going to use my story point, I think, to re-roll my D20.
You can totally
because,
do that.
yeah, I only rolled a 6 and that's really sad. So let's not do that. That's better. Okay. So I got a 15 all day. And I'm no longer prone. I'm just standing up.
Okay.
Boom.
It unfortunately does not connect.
Do anything. That's all right. All right. We tried
And
it.
speaking of story points, if as of now everyone has one because you start the game with one, but
Cool.
I will award story points throughout the game based on heroic deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, big if I decide.
Yeah. It is now the less wounded bat's turn, and it will. Let me ask you this: the rifle that the bat uses, is that a regular rifle, or is it part of its? Does it come out of its hand like its other weapons?
That is a regular rifle. They walk around carrying a rifle, and they can also switch their hands to different weapons.
Okay. Well, I hate to tell you this, Diamond, but you did manage to distract it so much so that it's taking out its rifle and firing at you.
Right.
No.
Of course. That makes sense.
I
I'm
also
fine with
hate to
it.
do this, but Jason, you can also aim. If you want to spend a free action to get an upshift, you can
True.
change that D12 into 2D8 for your attack.
I think
I just feel like you need to know that the rules apply to you equally.
that's good. That's good to know. And I feel like the bat would do that. I mean, it is designed for combat.
Aren't it, Ryan?
I'm sorry.
So many numbers to add up. But you know what? I kind of rolled crappily. So unless your toughness or evasion is 12, it'd miss.
I would also probably use my evasion, which is a 20. So
Yeah. So
Bye.
he missed.
cool.
This
I'll
is
do
not
like a little
going
somersault
according to
roll.
Beachhead's plan at all. Which is very apropos, actually, for usually what happens on G.I. Joe. So,
True.
it is now Vale's turn.
Okay. So, I don't know, everyone. I feel like just the thing I keep repeating and doing is doing super good. So I'm going to keep doing that. So here we go. Technology roll is this 6. That beats it. So I'm good on ordering my little robot around. My robot does a might check to sword this other bat into death. That's a 18, 19. That's a 20 to hit. I think that hits.
That hits.
All right. That's 1 sharp damage.
Please describe to me how the bat goes down, the headless bat.
Oh, no head. A bat with like wings, right? It's flying?
No, not that kind of bat.
A different bat. Yeah.
Battle
Okay.
android trooper.
Understood. I had a different visual than the rest of you all had, I suppose. So Bingo goes in and it just makes a little boop, beep, boop, boop as it starts to spin around really fast while the blade is out. So it's sort of just like a giant circle saw going towards the bat and just slices it in half and goes through and cleaves it, and it just kind of falls apart. And I give a nice round of applause.
Electronics are everywhere. You hear an audible gasp from Beachhead at this point, who's just out of his mind. And it was the robot's turn, but it doesn't have a turn anymore because it's been defeated. So, Circles, it's now your turn.
All right. I want to pick up a big chunk of that first bat's severed head and just charge the other bat and whack him with
If
it.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're getting gladiator.
But it's only a 14 to hit here.
Nope, 14's not going to do it. But Mugshot, it's now your turn.
Woohoo! All right. So after seeing the Bingo shake, the little guy's good. She's gonna reach back and pick up her bat again and say, "Bat meet bat," and just like swing. It's because all this is happening so fast. It's like head split, boom. So she's gonna swing with her bat. Let me get my thing, my dice. I don't know why I put them away. 16.
16? Not going to do it. Not quite. Not quite there.
Right.
Diamond?
Hey, so I think I'm going to use. I have my knife, and I think I'm going to throw it. I'm going to switch weapons, which is a free action, I think, to put one back, and a free action to take a new one out. So it's 2 free actions.
Yep.
I am going to do that. I'm also going to use so I can use my sneak attack, I believe. And I can also use my warfare is deception because I don't think I've used that yet. I still have it highlighted, so I'm assuming I haven't used it yet. And that means that after I make a deception or stealth skill test, which I think this is stealth. Is it stealth if I'm throwing a knife? What do we consider this?
Well,
That would be targeting.
Targeting?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, because my question is this: and Ryan, like I said, we're all learning the rules here together. If she is engaged in combat with an enemy that has already just shot at her with its rifle,
Yeah.
how can she physically make a stealth attack?
Right. So normally you would need some kind of cover. You need something that's obscuring you. Or if it was like a particularly chaotic battle, maybe you can just hide in the chaos and move around. But if this simulation is just an empty room with us and the bats, it would be very hard to pull off a stealth
But I can
attack.
still make a sneak attack because a sneak attack is just about using a silent weapon, I believe. Isn't it?
So it's if you have an edge on the attack or if you have an ally within 20 feet.
Yeah.
Which you get the second.
That's why I only
Definitely
went
do.
like 20 feet away so that I was like just within
Okay,
the
great.
range of you guys. So that's still considered a sneak attack, even though I'm not like super sneaky right now.
Right.
So that still applies. So then I can't use my all warfare as deception, but I'll use my sneak attack to try to throw this knife, and we'll see how that goes. I will take aim before I do that, so I get the upshift from a D4 to a D6. Hopefully I hit something. That would be nice.
So there is one other factor, and that is that this is just a regular knife. It's not a throwing knife.
Right.
So this is something that, Jason, you can just not allow if you don't think it's
Ooh,
designed for
okay.
this, or you can let her do it but with a snag. Something like that. It's basically, she's doing something against what this thing is supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just a regular, like, standard issue knife that's
Yes.
part of...
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I would say then a snag would apply.
Okay.
So-
So I'll roll my D20 twice and I take the lower of the two, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I'll just roll two D20s. Oh, that's so sad. I rolled a 16 and then I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Snag
So I
for
got an 8 all day, which is probably not enough.
Nope, that is not enough.
Dang.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right.
And this time it is still mugshot and circles you through the remainder of the
I didn't throw it. I bludgeoned him with it.
Okay, so you guys are both there.
Yeah.
So it's going to attack you, Circles.
What's it attacking me with?
Your old friend, with its drill hand.
Regular attack or extra juicy?
It's just going to go regular.
Okay.
It's a little cautious. It definitely wants to make a connection, and it gets a 26.
That makes a connection.
Yeah,
So I take another sharp damage.
you're down one more sharp damage.
Oh.
I'm not great, but I'm not that bad.
Okay.
Health-wise, I meant overall, I'm pretty good.
You guys could win this. This is kind of
Yeah, we're
exciting.
having a much easier time this time than last.
Yeah. A couple of
yourself,
good rolls and from you and a couple of bad rolls from me will do. You know, what a difference a day makes, as they say. Dale, it's now your turn.
Yes. I actually forgot to take my standard action last time, but it's okay. I want to let everyone have a turn.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were so excited with.
It's okay. Yeah, it's totally
bingo.
fine. I'm gonna shoot first. This is the Cobra Kai moment. Shoot first. Just in case. Oh, that is a 21 to hit with my pistol.
Oh.
That
So
hits.
that is one. What is that? Pistol damage. I'm not sure that counts.
Sure.
To the bat that's left. Is it still alive? Should I?
It is still alive, but it is
More?
also sparking a little bit.
Incredible. Here is my technology roll for bingo. Passes. I like that it's low. And then that is a D4 with the D2 slash.
Well, wasn't
has a 6.
bingo next
No.
to the other bat? I think you need to use an action.
Oh,
to
it
make
has
the
to move. You're right. So I just, instead of that, I just order bingo to move towards the other one. Doesn't hit anyway, so I'm fine.
All right. Bingo has done that.
Sorry about that.
And so now Bingo, Circles, and Mugshot are all on this thing. Circles, what you got?
Oh. Well, I got the severed bat head. As long as it's like strong enough to actually do some damage, I'll just keep whacking it with this thing. Oh, natural 20, so 25 total.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Woo!
So then I'm assuming this just counts as a blunt close combat weapon.
Mm-hmm. Which would be
one blunt damage.
The sparks are really prominent at this point. It's not looking good at all, and it's starting to sort of, you see its arms glitching a little bit, and it's, if it had a face, it would not have a happy face. It's still up though. It's still up, so Mugshot.
All right. What's the size class of these things?
Man size, medium size.
Yeah, common.
Oh, okay, so I can attempt to grapple it myself, or no?
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
All right. So yeah. So this is when Mugshot just sort of cracks her knuckles and she lunges like with both arms because she wants to show off some of that army basic training that she has in her backstory, and she just wants to lunge at this thing, like run at it and like tackle it like a sack, I think they call it in football. I don't know.
A sack is when you tackle the quarterback behind the line.
Oh, okay. So so that's what she wants to do. So I guess that would be target manager must be, it's a special underarm attack that specifically applies against the evasion defense of the target. Okay, let's see.
Which I will tell you, its evasion is a bit lower than its toughness, so it gives you a slight advantage.
Don't say that. You might jinx my dice. Okay. I'm just nervous.
Isn't that my job, to jinx your dice?
15.
15, no, it doesn't work. You got to grab it, and even in its sparked, glitchy state, it manages to avoid your grapple. But Diamond, you could take this all home with your next move.
I mean, no pressure. I was gonna set up actually and try to stealth again to set up to do something, because Diamond has a plan, but I don't know if it's.
Yeah,
if I'm gonna get to it, because I think Bingo could take it home. I believe in Bingo. That's what I'll say. I believe. Okay, so I'm going to try to stealth and disappear again from view. Hide behind something, maybe.
Me.
There's not much to hide behind, but you could hide behind one of your
or the other bat, the downed one.
Yeah.
Isn't it basically in pieces at this point?
She's gonna lay on the floor.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking headless, but still mostly intact. But
no cover in this room. Yeah. This is like the least. This is Diamond out of her element. She's like, oh my gosh, there's nowhere to hide. Oh mon dieu. Okay. So I'm going to. I'm gonna try to stealth though. I'll try to pull it off. I'm pretty good at stealthing. Hide into the non-existent shadows.
Well, even if it's just trying to move yourself to have the characters that are in melee combat with the bat, I would.
Sure. Well, then that would just be a move action, right? So would that be something that I roll for?
No, well, you would move and then you would stealth.
Oh, okay.
Moving, you don't have to roll for moving.
No, yeah. So then I guess I'll do that. I'll use my move first to try to get behind them. So I did roll. I'm not going to flip my coin because it doesn't matter at this point. Unfortunately, I got well, because my highest roll was my D6, so that was a 5. So that's pretty good. But I rolled a 9 on my 20, so that is a 14.
And to hide against that,
you rolled the alertness of the bat.
Okay, I will do that.
Evasion?
Yeah,
No.
This is a contested roll. No, it's not against the defense. It's against the skill.
It's an alertness to see if it sees you or not. And it definitely sees you. It didn't work. Sorry about that.
All
I got 20. I got a 23.
I still have some free actions.
Macaroons for all.
Yeah, that's for everybody.
Offer
Yeah, I
some
feel like
treats.
who am I hiding behind? Like where exactly am I? Are you all clumped sort of more together? Vale, I assume you're like further back because you're fighting more ranged.
Yeah, I haven't moved. Vale hasn't moved at all since we walked in the room. I'm just like
Cool.
standing there shooting stuff and yelling at her butt.
Like far away.
I'm like at the door still.
So I guess because I'm behind sort of circles and mugshot, Diamond's just gonna be like, ugh, sacre bleu, and reach into her her pack to grab a couple macaroons and just like sneakily like hand them over to Circles and Mugshot as a treat. And be like, this is the best I have.
Works for me.
Okay.
She'll pull one out and just like while she's standing there waiting for a few seconds, she's gonna like take out a little pin and start like doing a little design on one of the macarons.
Forgot she has a bakery there.
Yes. Carving stuff into it.
All right. It's now the bat's turn, though, and he's still determined, and he's locked in with Circles. So this time he is going to try to do the extra juicy attack, which means that I'm going to take, with his drill hand, which means I'm going to take a downshift of 2 dice. But if I do that, it gives an extra damage, which I know will certainly
take me out.
Not be good for Circles. So I would go then from a D10 to a D6.
That's right.
He's really trying to dig in here. And his attempt to dig in is his undoing, and he misses you.
Nice. I
So
thought I was done here.
So did I. So did Beachhead. And now it is time for Vale.
I have a question. So my robot has an upgrade for a docking tool. Like, can I just make Bingo like dock into this bat and just try to like hack into it? Is that a thing I can do? It seems like it.
Yeah,
like
so just
technology
renew the
rolls?
docking tool.
Yeah.
Drone integrates with technology to use it more efficiently. The drone can connect to adjacent technology and make technology skill tests that would normally be a standard action. They would be move actions for you. So if you had an attack that was versus other technology and it needed a technology skill test, Bingo could do it as a move action. That's strictly what the rules are, but there's plenty of room for interpretation that instead of stabbing the bat, you could be docking with the bat and just shutting it down. That's up to Jason. And up to you to convince Jason.
That's
I think because my background is, I made my specialty hacking. I think that would be cool if I could.
Yeah.
Maybe the role isn't like the robot is hacking. It's that I use my. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe I use my movement to command the robot to dock, and then I use my action to use my technology role to interface with my like my HD, was it HBV thing to like hack into the HB. That is my suggestion. Oh, honorable GM.
I like that idea. What I would say is you would need to roll against the bat's evasion because it would not want a foreign drone to dock into its docking station.
Okay.
So he would need to make a what's Ryan, what is a finesse based roll that would be most appropriate here?
Well, we have finesse. But one of the rules of primary tech, which is how she got the drone, is that she can use it to make technology skill tests. So it could be a technology test in that regard, or it could be finesse if you think it's more she's stabbing it with the USB key.
Well, so the USB would be coming out of the drone.
Yeah.
But I suppose it would be up to, since you're flying the drone, technically, it would be up to you to make that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll against a 10 to make sure it understands my order every time anyway.
Yeah, I think that would be the roll.
Okay, so that's just
But then you would
roll.
need to beat, not only would it need to understand your roll, but your roll would need to be high enough to beat the BAT evasion. But tell me if I'm breaking the rules.
No, that makes sense. That's a good, quick way of doing it. Minimizes all the rolls that would be needed.
Okay, I'm writing this in my notes too, so next time I do this, I know. Here we go. I get a plus D6 to that. I'm rolling so good for this robot, and only this robot. That is a 20 total.
A 20. Okay,
Yeah.
that would successfully dock. So now that it's docked, you need to use your action to
Hack. And I have a specialty in hacking / cyber tech, so I'd roll my technology D20 with my D2, my D4, my D6, and take the best one. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Alrighty.
Make it dance.
It's all happening.
I'm assuming you're just trying to make it shut down.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're missing an opportunity here.
Great. Okay, that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3. This is not very good. 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 total. Is that anything?
So what I and Ryan and I feel like we're in uncharted waters here. Would the contested power be willpower?
Willpower makes the most sense. Yeah.
Yeah, to me. So unfortunately, its willpower is higher than 11. So although it's managed to dock, your hacking did not work this time.
Okay. At least I tried and I gave my best. Good luck, everyone.
That was cool, though. I like that. That's very creative, and I like it. It's a way for us to use the game mechanics in a unique way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was adding those upgrades to my drone at the beginning. So, all right, let's try again later.
Great.
Yeah. I love that.
We're back to the top of the initiative order, and it's Circle's turn.
My question as well is everyone, what are you guys going to do? Are you guys going to eat the macaroons? Because I gave them to you, so you have them now. If you want to use your free action to eat.
I want
did you throw it at
macaroons
me?
now.
I'm worried about a robot killing me.
Yeah.
So of course I'm eating a macaroon. That's gonna be my last meal. I savor it, so I take 2 free actions to eat this thing. Oh no, I only have I've got at least 2.
Yeah.
And then I attack the bat. Oh, with a 23 to hit with the bat head.
Oh,
That hits.
All right, well, that deals 1 blunt damage.
And that is all it needed. So would you please describe to me how this is destroyed?
Oh, sure. Well, there's a classic meeting of the minds as one skull cracks into the other one, just like fusing together with all the sparks as it falls to the ground.
yeah.
And I let out a big sigh.
Yeah, you guys are all out of breath. Beachhead comes running over and he's like, I can't believe this. What?
In our defense, we can't believe it either, sir.
Well, I mean, this is incredible. As much as I hate to admit it, because I hate to admit anything, we might just do all right out on the field. Huh. What do you think, Lady J? And Lady J, who's been taking notes the entire time, she says, yes, we need every available Joe, and you've proven to me that you're up to the challenge. We've got an assignment for you. Just then, the door to the training room opens, and a man in dark blue and green fatigues and a green beret and suspenders with shotgun shells running down the front of both sides walks in. Emblazoned on his shoulders are patches that say Ranger, Special Forces, and Airborne.
Okay.
Hello, New Joes. I'm Warrant Officer Flint. Glad to see you made it through one of Beachhead's torture devices. Beachhead mumbles under his breath. As you know, Cobra's latest scheme is to try to control the orbit of the moon by launching his D.I.S.O.R.D.E.R missiles from various sites all over the planet. We've got several leads on a few of these sites, and we know of an extremely remote one that we'd like to send you to. in northern Siberia. I know what you're thinking. Send the new guys to the coldest place on Earth because no one else wants to go, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're right. There is one other Joe, though, who's crazy enough to go with you, and his name is Iceberg. He'll meet you in the hangar along with Wild Bill, who will take you on a transport up to the drop zone. Oh, that's right. We can't risk you being detected, so you're going to need to do a halo jump for this mission. Do you guys know what a halo jump is?
Yes.
When you jump
yeah.
really high.
Well, sort of.
listen.
Halo stands for high altitude, low opening. I hope you get your timing right.
Oh, boy.
Basically, we've got to drop you off so high that our plane isn't detected by their radar, and you've got to open your chute so low that they don't see you as you're you can be up there for 10 minutes after you pull your chute. You're going to be a sitting duck, so we can't do that.
Is there any danger of these using us as shooting practice as we're flying through the sky?
Well, that's why we're going to have you do this special jump so that hopefully that doesn't happen.
A lot
What's
of
the
maybes
extraction
and
plan?
hopefuls.
Wild Bill will let you in on that. When you get to the base, though, you've got two objectives. One, gather any intelligence you can about the location of any other launch sites. So, Vale, that's where you come in. I want you to hack their mainframe computer when you get there. Oh, you're muted.
Yes, I was just mumbling to myself about hacking mainframes. I hear it a lot. Yeah, sounds great. Definitely my specialization and bingos.
And, of course, your other objective is to destroy the missiles that are there and destroy that base once you get every piece of information. We don't want Cobra using it again. So see you all when you get back. Yo, Joe.
Yo,
Joe.
Joe.
Diamond's gonna give macaroons to all the all the higher ups that are there, and make sure that Vale gets one as well, because Vale didn't get one earlier.
I eat it like a Cheeto.
Oh, yes, I love it. Does Bingo eat? Does he consume food?
No, Bingo is not a sentient bionic being. It's just a little round ball that floats and splices things. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
nice
know. Sometimes
instincts.
I figured maybe you program it to eat food at some point.
No, that's too much trouble. I don't want to deal with waste.
Yeah.
Ah, true.
It's really my only concern.
Jason, for this holographic damage we took, do we need to see real doctors?
You don't. Your damage is now magically healed once the simulation is over.
So,
Although it could be fun for you to see holographic doctors.
the whole
sure
other
they're very
book,
nice.
Jason.
Yeah, we could do a franchise crossover, but no.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
So I hate to ask, you've all been so kind, but we're working for you. We got limited equipment as it is. Are we gonna get a proper loadout of nice stuff for this mission?
You'll be fully outfitted for this mission, especially with where you're going. You're going to need some special Arctic gear.
Ooh, so I can requisition that hard body armor, the heavy armor?
Well,
I mean, I don't see why not. We got everything here at your disposal at the pit.
All right. Consider it requisitioned.
So yes, at this point, you've got a little bit of downtime before you meet up with Iceberg. And if there is, within reason, some other items that you think you need for this mission, you can certainly visit the armory.
yes.
Okay.
I run to the armory.
armory.
Me first.
Jason's now a good time to explain how requisitioning equipment works.
Yes, that would be awesome.
All right, so missions will tend to have a requisition budget, which is a number of requisition attempts we can make to upgrade our gear. So we always start with our standard issue gear, which is a pistol, a rifle, either a blade or a bludgeon, and 2 grenades. So we can swap out any of those for higher grade gear that we are qualified for, as long as we never have more than 6 hands worth of equipment. So the weapons and battle dress that we can requisition, we have to either be trained in or qualified for. Actually, I'll take that back. If you are trained in a weapon or a battle gear or battle dress, you can requisition that, which means making a skill test to prove that you are worthy of using this equipment, that you're not just going to take really expensive gear and lose it or use it wrong. If you are qualified in gear, it means you get it automatically. So, for example, I'm playing a Renegade. I am qualified in tactical armor, so I could take that without using a requisition. But I don't want tactical armor. I actually want ballistic armor, which I'm trained in and is slightly better. So I will probably be making a requisition test to get the ballistic armor. We can also get upgrades to our weapons, which change the availability and make the requisition test harder. So we've got a whole list of upgrades that, we've probably already got ideas in mind of what our standard issue or what our regular kit is when we're going to deploy with. But if there's anything here that catches our fancy, we can upgrade our regular weapons. Like Diamond could get a silencer so that her rifle is a silent weapon and she can make sneak attacks with it.
Like that.
And yeah, we can also change the effects to our weapons, the range, just basically anything that is a stat about the weapon, we can usually change it with an upgrade. So if you didn't have a requisition budget in mind, Jason, it's usually about 3 per character in the squad.
Yeah, then let's do the standard budget, and then we'll roll for the stuff.
All right.
Yay.
I'm willing to go first. So I want a chainsaw. This is very important to me. Just whacking the bat with a staff was not enough for me. So I go to the chainsaw stats. Chainsaws are power tools, and the availability is restricted. So I go over to the availability table. It says a restricted weapon takes a difficulty of 15 skill test, and I'm making a skill test as though I was attacking with it. So I'm specialized in chainsaws, so I get to do my whole handful of dice, and I'm trying to get a 15 on this check. And if I fail, I've used up the requisition skill test. So I really hope I don't fail
because so you're using all 3 points.
25% chance I do.
Are you using all 3 points to get it?
Well, I'll start with 1.
Okay.
And then we'll see where it goes from there.
So you didn't fail the whole test. You just lose one of your points.
One of the requisition attempts. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a 15 on the D20, 8 on the D10. So I absolutely qualify for my chainsaw, and I got to bring it into battle with me. Yay. As planned. And then I'm also going to get the ballistic armor, which is an upgrade. It is... What is the availability of ballistic armor? Ballistic armor is standard. So that one actually I don't have to roll for. Right. It just costs 1 of my requisition attempts. Do I want an upgrade for it, though? Let me quickly see what.
You are going into a secret base, so the better you can equip yourself.
Yeah, that's important because I'm getting a +2 to toughness for my armor, I'll be getting a downshift 2 to infiltration. And I don't have any infiltration, which means I will automatically fail any infiltration check. And I don't want to do that to my team. So let me see about a battle dressed upgrade that'll let me move silently.
You'll automatically lean on a table and it'll fall over.
Yeah.
You'll accidentally kick that can that was there. Just
always eating chips at the wrong time. So yeah, it looks like I can get the silent trait as a standard upgrade, and standard upgrade plus standard equipment means I still don't have to roll a requisition test. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to wear silent ballistic armor, and I get that for free. That's my second requisition test. Does anyone feel like they need it? Because we are pooling all these requisitions. So I can use my last one to get a kit, or I can let anybody else use it.
I'm good. I'm good for my 3, but go ahead.
All right, then I'll get a standard kit. So kits are, they're like upgrades to the character. So if you meet the prerequisite, then you can get a bonus depending on whether it's a standard, limited, or restricted kit. Let me see. A standard kit would give me... it means I can do anything that requires that kit, first of all. So if it's like the only way to open this lock is with a lock picking kit, that's one way that's one function of the kit. The other thing is that I can attempt skill texts that call for this specialization sorry. Let me try that again. I can take 10 minutes and consume this kit to gain temporary specialization in this kit's specialization for 1 minute. So I choose a skill specialization and I can spend this kit to be specialized in it for a minute.
Oh, so like you're just pretending it's like anything. It could be lock picking, it could be baking, whatever.
Yeah.
Kit? Okay.
So I'm going to get a standard situational awareness kit. So it's an alertness kit. So it's basically helping me with alertness. Anytime that we absolutely will need alertness in a situation, I can spend my kit and treat my alertness as specialized.
That is so cool. I didn't know that. I couldn't understand the wording, and now I understand how you
Okay.
explained it. I'd like to go next if I can, since I'm ready.
Yeah, go
I'm
for
done.
it.
I planned this long ago. So I automatically get impulse armor because I'm qualified in it. And that's so dope because it's very good. I get a +1 evasion and I can do cool things. I have proximity sensors in the armor. So something nearby is going to happen. Jason's going to let me know. I'm going to roll for the added upgrade of the dome generator. It just doubles my battle dress when I activate it as a free action. So that's against a 10 difficulty. And I roll a d20 plus everything or just a d20 plus. This is a limited item that I'm rolling against.
So it is battle dress that gives you an evasion bonus, which means you have to do, I believe, acrobatics or finesse. Let me just pull that up.
Okay.
Requisitioning battle dress requires athletics or might if it provides a toughness bonus, or acrobatics or finesse if it provides a bonus to evasion. So if it's limited, your difficulty is
evasion.
10, and you're rolling evasion.
Okay,
Sorry, not finesse or acrobatics.
Okay, so I will just roll a d20 because that's all I got in finesse. Incredible. 14. I'm doing amazing. I get it. I get that thing, the dome generator. Very good. I'm going to also try to get for my second point the directed element rifle. It is a limited item. It's also a 10 difficulty. It's a targeting guy. So would I just roll targeting?
Yeah, you would roll targeting for that.
Oh, incredible. It's a d6. Beep, boop, beep. That's exactly a 10. Is it meet and beat? Or
yeah, meet and beat.
Okay, amazing. So I get that. And then my last one, I'm going to roll for my smart grenade. For a smart grenade, this is a restricted item. So it's a 15 difficulty. This is also targeting. So I might not get this.
Fingers crossed.
I do not get that. That's a 7.
Okay.
Also, my robot, so Bingo, gets automatically a standard kit. That's one of the upgrades I gave it. So the integrated basic kit upgrade is that the drone gets assigned a standard kit during assignment and requisition. I'd like to make it science so that it can also heal just in case.
That's great.
Cool. Well done.
So you didn't have to roll for that one.
No, that was upgrade I bought like when I made the character.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So who else is ready?
Goodness, there's just so many things. And I'm like,
There is.
what do I want? Do I want a boomerang? I don't know.
That sounds like your character.
Right? I feel like I'm looking for submachine guns right now. Oh, there it is. It's restricted. Okay.
It's restricted, but you're qualified.
I'm qualified, so I can just take it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't even cost a requisition.
Oh, wow.
Oh, actually,
So
I'm qualified in submachine guns too, so I'm going to grab one instead of my pistol.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Do we get to keep our standard kit too from before?
No, you can only have 6 hands worth of equipment, so you got to swap
okay.
out some of the items that you
copy
usually
that.
have.
Okay, so okay, I guess I'll go next. Although, so for the upgrades, so if I want like a silencer, can I just take that? Or do I have to qualify for that?
No, you can just take it. Silencer is standard, so if...
Okay.
What are you putting the silencer on? Your SMG?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so in that case, when it's qualified equipment, you would roll as though you're requisitioning the whole item. But if you fail, you're still getting the item that you qualified for. It would just be you would lose the upgrade.
Can I have a silenced submachine gun? Can you do that?
I believe so. Let me just double check the silencer.
I mean, in the
That's
world of G.I. Joe, I feel like that's possible.
Powerful, yeah, we could probably do that.
Yeah, so by the rules, to get a silencer, you need a ballistic sidearm without the silent trait. And if we go to the submachine gun, it is a sidearm and it's got the ballistic trait. So qualifies.
Wow. Okay, I can have a silent submachine gun.
Now, is there a
Cool.
a weight limit on that?
No, it's the hands thing. You can have 6 hands of equipment.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm definitely
like
thinking...
a submachine gun is obviously way heavier than a pistol. Does that doesn't factor in?
No, it doesn't factor in. We figured that let's not worry about encumbrance and weight, and let's just do a nice simple system.
Great.
Nice. And so for the kits, could I get like a kit that's maybe like, I guess geared towards lock picking?
Yes. Yeah. There is a lockpicking kit. So lockpicking
Okay.
is one of infiltration specialties. So you can get a standard
What
lockpicking
page
kit.
are the kits on?
159.
159. Okay. So much. So many things you can get.
No.
So exciting. I
What's
know
your
what I'm
infiltration?
reviewing tonight. My infiltration is a D6.
So if you wanted, you can get a limited kit,
A limited
which
kit. Okay.
is slightly better than a standard kit.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a limited burglary kit. That seems to be.
All right.
Okay. And then, oh, what else do I want? The other things that I have as things that I would love to have, although I don't think so. I am trained in light armor, so I'd like to try to roll for that to see if I can get it, and use one of my requisitions for that. And then the other things I was looking at was a projectile launcher, which I'm not sure where that falls because I am trained in silent weapons, which I assume a bow or a crossbow would be a silent weapon, but it's not like one of the words that's there when I'm looking at it.
You're trained in silent weapons?
Yeah, I'm trained in silent weapons.
So if you go to the traits, that's where silent will come in. And so you're looking for a projectile launcher. So that's like a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, projectile launcher is a silent weapon.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I understand. It's just like this also means this. Got it.
Right.
Got you. Okay, cool. So I would have to roll for that then if I wanted that. And for throwing star, I can't get that because I'm not an expert. How does that work? Because there's like thrown blades and then there's thrown bludgeons.
Right.
And one says that it requires hand-to-hand expert, and the other one says that you just have to be trained.
Where are you reading the? Oh no, that's just flavor. That's just describing the item.
Okay. So I could get a throwing star if I wanted.
Yep.
And when you get a throwing star, do you just get one?
You do get one. It's not consumable, so you'd have to go and pick up your throwing star. I know that kind of clashes with the visual of tossing like a dozen throwing stars, but unfortunately,
hey, but you got to go get it back.
Yeah.
These throwing stars are expensive. Okay, got to use them well. Got it. Okay, so I could do. I don't know. What do you all think is more fun? Would you like to see me throw a boomerang or a throwing star?
Throwing star.
Boomerang comes back.
Throwing stars.
I said boomerang, but we're half and half. We're divided.
That's what I was thinking. So I
Oh
don't
my
have to go
God.
get
Yeah,
it.
I guess a boomerang would come back, but if you hit someone, it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true. Because then that'll break its motion. Unless it's like I'm throwing it to hit a button. I don't know if that'll ever come in, but I always imagine, like in the cartoon, if someone threw a boomerang to hit a switch, you know that boomerang's coming back to them. It's not going to drop.
Yeah.
So if we're
no,
playing with
definitely
those rules of physics,
not. That's what it feels like.
how many switches do you think? I mean, we're going on a mission to destroy things.
Well, yes, but you got to sneak in there first so that you don't get to catch them unawares.
Right, right. So throwing star might be useful in that regard. Okay, I'll go for the throwing star. I can still throw it to hit a button. It just means I'll have to leave it behind if that's what we do, and it's like the destruction button if we get to that point.
I mean, it depends on where the button is.
It's true. That's true.
I feel like I've seen a throwing star
Bounce back?
been thrown in to hit a button.
Oh,
Somewhere in media, I've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely happened.
Thank you, Jason. Giving us ideas.
Okay, so I will get a throwing star. I'm going to roll to see if I can get a throwing star and a bow, and then I guess light armor.
Okay.
That's what I want to use my requisitions for. Because everything
Well,
else, like, I don't have to roll for the burglary kit, do I? I can just take that.
Well, if you take the limited one, you have to
burglar?
roll for it. If you're taking the standard one, you don't have to roll.
But that does take up one of her 3 points.
Yeah, either way, it takes up one of the requisition attempts.
Oh, okay. So I'm just taking items used as a requisition attempt, even if you don't roll for it.
Right, unless you're qualified for it. But you're just talking about train stuff right now.
Got you. So the submachine gun and the silencer I'm qualified for, so I can just take those.
The submachine gun you're qualified for, but you'd have to make the requisition test to get the silencer. Or you wouldn't need the test, but you'd have to reuse one of your uses.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, well, I definitely want the submachine gun and the silencer.
Okay.
have to like
Like a
prioritize.
supermarket.
This isn't enough stuff. I need more points. So many things I want. Okay.
I know.
What would be more useful here? Probably the burglary kit. That's like literally my thing. I don't need armor. I can just evade everything. That's my plan.
You won't be in a
Okay, fine.
simulation anymore, so there should be things to hide behind from here on out.
Yeah, it should be easier. And in that regard, anyways. And my evasion is quite high. So I'm just going to hope that no one ever hits me. And let's roll with that for now. Okay, so submachine gun, I take. What uses the points? I'm still confused. I'm sorry.
Oh, sure. So the upgrade is not part of what you're qualified for. So the silencer would take 1 requisition point, but you wouldn't have to roll a test because the difficulty is 0.
Right.
Taking the kit, you would take up 1 of your points, and you might have to roll depending on whether you want standard one or limited. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so then that's 2 points there. So I could get a throwing star.
Yeah, you could get the throwing star or the bow.
Or the bow. I mean, I guess a bow is more useful, but a throwing star is cooler.
Is it? I think they're both pretty cool.
I mean, they're both cool. I mean, does the bow come with arrows?
Yes, the bow comes with arrows.
Okay.
It's got a 50-foot range, or 100-foot at long range, which compared to the SMG, you get an extra 20 feet if you really need it.
Yeah, that's really great. And I feel like a throwing star, how far can you throw a throwing star? As far as, what is that based
feet.
off of? 30 feet, right?
Yeah,
right,
30
so
feet is long range, 20 feet is standard.
So I got to go for bow because that's the most useful. And I've definitely seen in movies people have taken an arrow and hit a button with it. That you can definitely do. Okay, so I guess I'm going to try to use my points for, I'm going to use my point for the silencer, so I just get that. Yep. And then I'll go for the bow next, okay. So I have to roll for that.
Yeah, that's limited, so you need to do targeting against a difficulty of 10.
Okay, so targeting, so that means I'm rolling still my D20 and then I roll a D4?
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm at. Okay. Oh, so. Now I'm rolling good. Wow, okay. So that is a total of 22.
Success. You got yourself a bow.
I know how to use a bow, apparently. So success. Nice. Great. So I have that. And then I guess I may as well try for the standard. Should I try for this? Yeah. Yes. I have 1 point left. So what happens if I don't get this, then I just don't get it?
That's right.
Yeah. I know.
How much better?
The standard is the one you don't have to roll for. Limited is the one you would have to roll for.
Oh, limited is the one I have to. Why is limited the one I have to roll for? I thought standard would be better. I guess
limited is based on availability. So standard is the most typical one. Limited is less common, and restricted is the most common.
What's the difference between what I get in them?
Let's see. You can attempt skill tests that call for a burglary kit without a snag. You can attempt skill tests that call for a restricted one with only a down 2, and you can take 10. Actually, you know what? The difference is if you use the standard one, you're specialized for 1 minute, but if you use the limited one, you're specialized for 1 hour.
Ooh, for an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll for it. I'm scared, but I'm going to roll for it.
All right, infiltration against difficulty 10.
Okay. Do I get to use any of my skills in that or no?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like your specialization?
Yeah, like I have a sleight of hand specialization and I have a stealth specialization, and I'm specialized in sleight of hand as well.
Right. Well, so in this case, no, because you're looking for the burglary specialization. So it's outside
so it
of
would have to be. Oh, okay. So stealth and sleight of hand wouldn't apply to burglary, but I can use them in a burglary scenario.
Yes.
Got you. Okay, so I just roll a D20 and a D6.
That's right. Looking for 10.
Oh, mama, we got it. We got 18.
Right. Nice.
So Diamond gets limited. Okay, I'm done. I'm good. I'm so happy. Wow.
Yay.
All right.
Now, hopefully I can roll like this when we're actually needing it to do stuff.
Well, or maybe the role that you took, enabling you to get this equipment, will protect you in some way. So either way.
Yes. Yeah, that would be great.
You do roll low.
Awesome.
All right. Mugshot, what are you getting?
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is I'm here. I feel like I should be a special case because I do have an Army background and an Army combat engineer origin, and a clutch artillerist background. It means that I'm trained in all weapons due to that origin. At least that's what I read in the core handbook. So my question regarding the hard body armor, which is a toughness +3, and it gives me a deflect. I have to requisition that. That isn't like something I get, right?
Right. You got to use one of your
not specialized, not qualified.
All right. So I just have to use a point since it's standard for me, or do I have to roll for it?
You have to roll for it. Oh no, it's standard. So yeah, you would just use a point. Sorry.
You're going to say, wait a second.
No, my mistake.
Take a minute. That's okay. All right. So I think I'm going to take the hard body armor for one. So hear me out. I want a bazooka. How does that work? We have to take out the building, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
All right. So that would be a rocket launcher. It's restricted, but you are trained in it, so you can try a restricted skill test with targeting. So a difficulty 15 targeting skill test to prove you can use this bazooka.
So I'm just rolling as if I'm using it. So I'd be rolling a D20 plus a...
Plus your targeting.
Where's my targeting? Ooh, that's actually pretty good. I shouldn't have said that. I might jinx myself. Oh, no.
You got it.
Come on. Ooh, 14.
Oh, you needed 15.
So I didn't get the bazooka.
No.
Painful.
No.
All right. What about a sledgehammer? Like, you choose the bat. I mean, I'm kind of the brawn here. Might. So, like, fists, can I, do I have to upgrade for a sledgehammer, or can I just turn to page 149 in the core book?
What, 149?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up to see what the sledgehammer qualified as. What's on 149?
Okay. Yes. I'm looking at galvanized. Sorry. I'm looking at galvanized on page 149.
So you want an electromagnetic sledgehammer?
Yes.
Yep. So that is limited. And let me just find what the sledgehammer counts as. I think it is just a long bludgeon.
Oh, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so normally we would do 1 blunt damage or 1 stun damage. You would also be able to do 1 electromagnetic damage. So the long bludgeon is limited. So if we go to the chart on 139, you find the equipment's availability, which is limited along the left, and then along the right, or along the top rather, you find limited in the upgrade, and you see where they meet. So limited weapon with limited upgrade becomes restricted for your test. So once again, you're going against a difficulty of 15 with your might skill test.
My might. Oh, okay, might. All right. Come on, I deserve something. I want my electromagnetic computerized sledgehammer. 22! Woo!
You got it.
You've got a galvanizing sledgehammer.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Sounds terrifying. I love it.
Okay. There's that. And then lastly, because there's 2 things I'm looking at. I have the same problem that Diamond is having. Oh, go ahead.
You used all 3 of them. You got your armor.
Yeah.
You failed to get the
right.
rocket launcher, but you got your sledgehammer.
All right. I'm good.
You attempted the rocket launcher was the third one technically.
Forgot. So. Oh well. All right. Cool. I'm good.
All right. So you are now leaving the armory, and you're on your way to the hangar to meet Iceberg, and he's unmistakable. He's dressed in white from head to toe, African-American man, and he's holding a large package, and he waves you down, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm Iceberg. I can't wait to go on this mission with you. Even I haven't been this far north, and I've been almost everywhere. So when I heard where this base was, I had to go. But I've got something that you're going to need for your mission, for sure." And he opens up the package and he hands each one of you 2 items. So you can add this to your equipment list. He hands you Arctic expedition clothes, which will give you a +2 in toughness when you're in Arctic conditions.
Oh, great.
Yay.
I'm going to have a +5 in toughness.
Although I don't know if it gives you, and let me know, Ryan, it gives you a +2 in toughness for that specific.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not going to help you against a bullet, but when you have to endure weather elements, that's where the toughness bonus comes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it won't be a +5 in toughness, only only against that particular element.
Still sounds good. I love how everyone was like, "Oh, all right, no protection from bullets."
Are we going to be fighting the snow?
Summer
I
weather.
mean, we'll be in the snow because we're gonna
Yeah.
have to halo jump into it. So
Yeah,
I think it'll still be good.
Yeah.
we're gonna have to halo jump at least 5 miles away from where we think the base is because we don't want them to see it. So once we land, we're gonna have to trek across a little bit of snow. I'll lead the way. I love it. So I live for it.
I'm looking forward to this being outdoors thing the least, probably in the group. But it's okay. I've got Bingo. It can drag me along if I lose the will to walk in snow.
Is that thing designed for cold weather?
Sure. I could do an upgrade.
I didn't bring a jacket for him. Sorry. Didn't know.
Scarf.
Does that it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Get a scarf.
He also hands each of you a parachute.
Oh, boy.
Hope you guys know how to use this.
I don't.
You put it on your back and then you pull the cord.
Oh, boy.
Oui?
Yeah, that's part
We
of
can
it.
figure it out. We're smart.
Okay.
We
And
can roll
actually,
for
you know
smartness
what?
while we're deploying.
Piece of cake.
He also gives you a smaller package, which is your backup chute.
Okay.
Oh, great. In case the first one doesn't work.
Wait. Are you going to make us roll while we're falling out of the sky?
Yep, I'm totally going to make you do that.
Roll to see if your parachute deploys.
Oh, man. But I didn't prep it. What do I have to roll for it?
You will-
Yeah, Iceberg should have to roll. He prepped the shoots.
Yeah, Iceberg.
Yeah.
Stop trying to murder us.
Well, you'll get Iceberg's skill in packing parachutes, or whoever packed the parachutes. You'll get theirs.
It's probably
Their-
better than mine. Okay.
Their roll. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Can I make sure there's no holes in mine?
Well, you don't want to unpack it. It's ready to go. If you unpacked it, then that will.
Then I'd have to repack it. That might be more of a danger to me.
Right. I think you're going to have to trust that your fellow Joes are giving you good parachutes.
Right. Of course. Of course. Of course.
Now, tell me about Bingo. If you guys are all jumping out of a plane, what's
Oh, it
Bingo
fly-
going to do?
It flies, so
Yeah, so will it
I
just...
can just hold it on the way down, or
Nice.
he collapses into like a little disc. I mean, I can just kind of
Will it fit in your pack?
yeah, sure. That's how
Okay.
I designed him.
Great.
Bingo's gonna be the most okay out of all of us. All right, just as has
gonna
been
save
proven
us
by our
all.
little tests. Yeah, the last one out of that building is gonna be Bingo.
It was proven in training, so I believe it.
Iceberg also says, you're probably wondering how we're going to blow this thing. Check this out. And he opens up a case, and you see rows of gray material that look like clay.
We're going to have to put these throughout the base.
Well, it's pretty powerful. I think once we find the core of where it is, I'm putting each one of these on a missile, any missile I find. And when we're on our way out,
Is it a plastique?
it's C4.
Ah.
What kind of blast radius are we expecting from C4 blowing up a missile?
Depends on what, luckily those missiles don't have warheads, though. The warheads have the warheads are actually the gripping device that land on the moon. But of course, that there is the whole rocket fuel thing So we'll have to make sure we're far enough away. Don't worry, I got plenty of range on this detonator.
Did you just
Okay.
do this with the...
Not play with it.
Bro.
It's not armed. It's fine.
You're not answering a question at Jeopardy here, buddy.
I'm just imagining Iceberg just doing it repeatedly at us and being like, what? Don't worry.
Just like clicking a pen. Okay, this feels great and safe and well thought out. I guess we're gonna go throw our lives in the line for the world, the moon, both of those things, I guess.
The moon.
Or the moon.
World and the moon.
I mean, we're saving the moon, but I'm pretty sure we're more worried about what moving the moon does to Earth. Right?
Exactly.
Like Diamond said, come see, come saw.
Comes off.
Yeah, it's less about territory on the moon, more about, what we're going to have tidal waves and tsunamis and earthquakes.
And
It's not going to be good.
impact issues, perhaps.
At least this plan is better than when Koba tried to put the commander's face in the moon.
Is that what that was?
Yes, that's what happened. That's why it looks a little weird now. I think one of the Joes tried to fix it, but it looks still a little strange, like kind of a half Cobra Commander face, I think.
Which is weird because he always hides his face. I always thought that was
Yeah.
strange.
Right?
Plaster it.
It's
So
kind
it's
of like
actually-
now we know what half of his face looks
Oh.
like.
Now we know, so we can find him too. Maybe we can apprehend him too, as well as blow up the facility.
I mean,
Well,
if
I
we're
doubt
looking
he'll
at the
be-
moon while we're doing it, maybe we might see him.
I doubt he'll be up at this base, but you never know. I mean, maybe he'll be
Never
visiting it. I'm up for anything. I'm always prepared.
Actually, do we know what kind of resistance to expect at the base?
Our intelligence tells us that it's very sparsely populated. So I don't expect any more than like 8 troopers. This is one of the most remote places in the world, and even guys that work for Cobra don't want to be up there.
Sounds
How are
like
we
a piece of
getting out?
cake. Easy.
How are we getting out when we're done?
Well, I'll leave that up to Wild Bill to tell you about that.
Bill.
He should be here any minute.
Okay.
Before you can go any further, you hear "Yeehaw!" right from right behind you, and you turn around and you see this crazy cowboy standing right behind you with a giant cowboy hat, way bigger than this one, wearing some sunglasses, a big, blonde hair, big blonde mustache, and he's like, "Heh, y'all ready to freeze your tuckuses off?"
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This could only be Wild Bill, of course. And this is going to be wilder than a bucking bronco with a cactus saddle.
That sounds pretty wild.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you up in this C-130, this giant transport plane. We're going to go way up, way above that Cobra base. And when we get close enough, I'm going to drop you out of there. All right? Then we'll wait your signal. I'll go and land in Nova Scotia or some place like that. When we get the A-OK from you, I'm going to come back with a couple other Joes and some Skyhawks, and that's how we're going to get you out.
Okay.
What is the signal?
Well, Iceberg's got that. He'll send me the signal when you guys are all with me, the all clear.
All right.
Okay.
You know how to fly this thing?
I know how to fly everything.
Double check.
Don't you know how to fly this thing?
I know how to fly this
Yes.
thing. Do you need a co-pilot up in the cockpit?
Oh,
Well, sure. Come on up.
Be glad to.
I usually fly solo, but I don't mind having a little bit of help.
I wouldn't mind chewing your ear off if you can focus on 2 things at once.
I think I can do that. This ain't my first barbecue.
there's barbecue in the plane? I'm definitely, let's go.
You go in and it's a firefighter. You misunderstood.
All right, so you guys get inside this giant C-130 troop carrier. It's pretty empty, of course, but it slowly takes flight from the underground runway. Most of the runway is underground, and then an area appears and opens, and the plane flies out, and you're now on your long flight to Siberia, northern Siberia.
How long does this flight take from where we are exactly?
Probably about 14 to 18 hours. Kind of depends on the weather, stuff like that.
Incredible.
I'm definitely taking a nap. See ya. And Mugshot toy lays back and puts her feet up.
Yeah. I'm taking this time to paint camouflage, I guess whites and silver on Bingo, because I think Bingo before was sort of a green robot. So I can fit in a little better.
Oh, yeah, and Iceberg says, wow, that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. I didn't have, Arctic fatigues for a robot that I had never met before, but,
Yeah, it's not, again, not a sentient being. It's just a machine. I can just paint it. It's like having a toaster, a small car.
Toaster?
Something in between those two things.
I did make some Arctic gear for Junkyard once.
Oh?
That was kind of fun.
Cute little white boots and the little snow cap.
The whole thing. You would have loved it.
I also brought some ingredients to make fondant, which we don't really need anything to cook it per se. Just a fridge, and I figured we're going to be in the Arctic, so obviously I can just keep it in my pack. So if you want anything, I figured we could also sculpt it on Bingo if you would like, if you need any help. Or not.
No, I don't think we need any organic matter on my robots.
Okay.
Thank you.
No
Nice
worries.
thought.
And
Maybe we can
Diamond's
use
going.
something else.
Diamond's going between working on her fondant and crafting little things out of it to lock picking. She brought like a bunch of locks, and she's just like practicing her lock picking. So she's like over here lock picking and then being like, oh, little chat, look at this.
Hey, Diamond, I would keep your fondant away from the C4 because it looks really similar, and that's not a great thing.
Oh, yes, in terms of the
just in case
shape,
it comes up. It just the moldability. Just not close to the C4.
I did bring food coloring, so I could mix that into the fondant, and then it will be. What color does everyone like? What's Mugshot? What's your favorite color?
Green.
Green. Okay. And Diamond starts turning the fondant green, just so we don't get confused.
Ooh. And we can eat this stuff here.
Some people don't like to eat fondant because it is quite thick, I guess, and very sweet. But I love eating fondant, and my fondant I think tastes very good, very very bon.
I'm just imagining this like conversation with like these like G.I. Joes and like this airliner like jet talking about like fondant and robot dog clothing. I'm like, we're dead.
You see Iceberg grab a jump in a hammock, and he says, "It's going to be a long ride. I'd get some rest if I were you.
Yep.
See you when we get there."
Yep, wake me up when we get there. But let me know before you push me out of the plane.
Oh yeah, I'll give you at least 2-3 minute warning.
Thank you.
So with that, our plane starts to fly north towards the Arctic Circle, and that is where we will end episode 2 of the G.I. Joe role-playing game Actual Play. And we'll be back soon for episode 3 and see what happens at the Arctic Cobra base.